Welcome to News Reading The Hindu. The Hindu, Friday, July 18th, 2025. Rising coconut oil prices cinch household budgets in state. Going through the roof, price of coconut oil at Kochi market. 23. With the festival season around the corner, the rising price of coconut oil has become a concern for many households in Kerala. If the prevailing copra and coconut prices are any indication, the average price of a liter of coconut oil will be anywhere between 500 and 600 during the Onam festival season. In addition, the demand for coconut is expected to rule high till December with the festivals in northern India and the Shabarimala pilgrimage in Kerala. Speaking to the Hindu, an officer at the Coconut Development Board said there had been a big drop in coconut production in the country due to shrinking patronage for coconut cultivation and the adverse impact of climate change. Besides this, there was a glut in the market during the COVID 19 outbreak in 2020 and 2021, with the sales and the consumption of copra and coconut oil plummeting. However, as soon as the market reopened after the pandemic, the produce flooded the market, significantly lowering the price of copra and coconut oil, with the coconut farmers taking a hit, the officer said. This was followed by a drop in coconut production in equatorial countries, including in India, due to climate change and the reluctance of farmers to take care of trees, lowering production and increasing the price for copra, coconut oil, and allied products, the officer said. Rising coconut oil. State municipalities better rankings in National Cleanliness Survey. At the top of the civic bodies from state is Kochi, which is ranked 50 among local bodies in the country. Mattannur rank 53, Thrissur rank 58, Kozhikode 70, Alappuzha 80, Guruvayur 82, Thiruvananthapuram 89, and Kollam 93 also figure on list. The state's municipalities have made significant improvements in the search surveyation rankings for 2024 put out by the Union Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs to rank the cleanest cities in the country. As many as eight municipalities have secured ranks in the top 100 cleanest cities in the country. Last year, no municipality from the state featured on the top 100 list. At the top of municipalities from the state was Kochi Corporation at rank 50 among all local bodies in the country. Kochi has made a giant leap considering its last year's rank of 460 among cities and 1,805 overall. A sustainable tourism model at Malarikal, Kottayam. Malarikal, a destination known for its breathtaking fields of blooming water lilies, is now evolving into a model of sustainable tourism that directly benefits the local farming community. An agreement has now been reached between the block and the Tiruvaikkaripol Ploder committees spanning 1,800 acres and 1,850 acres respectively in Tiruvarpu Grama Panchayat and local country boat operators who ferry visitors through the wetlands covered with water lilies. As per the agreement, a part of the revenue generated from tourism will be utilized for the upkeep of the fields, especially to repair bunds damaged by country boat movement and to strengthen the outer embankments of the paddy fields. To ensure organized and equitable operations, designated landing points will be set up in each Padashagaram in coordination with the respective farmer committees. A pointless fire that runs low on sensitivity and subtlety. Nothing enlivens courtroom dramas than fairy arguments, which open new pathways into our understanding of case. In Janagi V versus State of Kerala, celebrated advocate David Abel Donovan Suresh Govi's arguments are full of fire. Still, a significant portion of them are so irrelevant that they would fit more in a loud television debate than in a courtroom. He is the kind of person who would talk about cheese when he is supposed to argue about chalk. So it is no wonder that he would go on a long diatribe against the state's developmental projects when he is arguing in court in a case related to sexual assault, or that he would ask a rape victim whether she watches porn and how often. The opening credit sequence of the film hint at this behavior with news clippings of his press statements on a host of issues, all of which reveal a lawyer who is more active outside the court than inside. Janagivi versus State of Kerala, which arrives in the theaters with an extra V thanks to the dictates of the censors, is caught between the need to tell a sensitive story and projecting the superhero aura of the actor playing the advocate. Debutant director Praveen Narayan, who has also written the film, struggles on both counts. Janagi Anupama Parameswaran, an IT professional in Bengaluru, becomes the victim of a rape in her hometown when she is on vacation. In the courtroom exchanges that follow, the chain of events falls under intense scrutiny. Right from the early sequence, the filmmaker makes it clear that subtlety is not something he would strive for. Everything comes with a loud visual and audio cues, leaving no doubts in the minds of the audience. The writing, as well as the filmmaking, harks back to the 1990s. The thinly veiled references to contemporary issues become a convenient writing up option. However, when the film proclaims its with original ideas, one wishes that it had stayed with the borrowed ones. Issue trivialized. One of these ideas, which forms the core of the film regarding the paternity of a child born out of rape, is probably one of the most outlandish ideas heard in cinema in recent years. It, in a way, trivializes a serious issue by turning it into an outright political weapon. Many of the arguments relevant to the case uttered by the advocate are also political, fitting in with the real life persona of the actor. For a courtroom drama, there is hardly any scene that makes an impact, as if it to excite the audience led by the sluggish drama. There is unnecessary jump scare sequences, which seems inspired from A B-grade horror movie songs further drag down the narrative. With its intensity take on an important issue, Janagi V versus State of Kerala becomes a film pointless as the letter V, which was added to Janagi's name to satisfy the whims of the censors. Janagi V versus State of Kerala is currently running in cinemas. Janagi and Advocate. CPIM accuses IUML YC Youth Congress of grafted fund collection. The CPM State Secretariat has said that accusations of corruption in the collection and use of funds for the disaster struck people of Wayanad have caused internal turmoil within the Indian Union Muslim League and the Youth Congress and seriously imperiled the public trustworthiness of their respective leaderships. CPM State Secretary M.B. Govindan told reporters here on Thursday that the grave accusation that the IUM leadership had paid four times more than the current market value to purchase 3.5 acres from a top functionaries close relative ostensibly to build houses for families rendered homeless in the 2024 landslides. Prima facie smacked of entrenched nepotism. Mr. Govinda said the Youth Congress had set a target of 2.5 lakh for every assembly constituency. Now the outfit says it has only 89 lakh in its account, he said.